Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D, and in today's video, I'm going to show you. I don't even know what this pickup is. I think this was like over the last 2-3 weeks, but because of the situation that's going on, this will probably be the last. This will be the last pickup video until the situation is over. But I just wanted to make this pickup video. I'll probably be doing some other videos because I know a lot of you guys are probably at home right now. You're self-quarantining or you're just home. You know, you're working from home and you might have got laid off. So I'm going to make a couple more videos for you guys. This is a good time to catch up on some movies. I mean, if you're home and you don't really have nowhere to go because everything is locked down, we can talk about some movies. That's always something that you can do to pass the time. So without further ado, we're going to just look at, I don't know when this is for, I lost track of. I used to do first half, second half. Look, I'm just going to show you the last pickup that I picked up. I got two here. One from Goodies Disc Exchange and one from FYE. So without further ado, let's dive in. We're going to take a look at what I picked up, my last pickups from, this is all FYE. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. So I picked up Cops. Now, this is not Bad Boys, Bad Boys. This isn't like Cops, the TV show. This is Cops, the animated cartoon from the 80s. So this is Cops. Let's see what we got here. And it's a 4-disc set. All right. Now, when I picked this up, I was a little disappointed. Not because of the quality or anything like that. I was disappointed because this is not the complete series. And it says it's very misleading, the packaging. It says the animated series. It's not the complete series. This is not even, you don't even get the first episode, like the first. You don't even get that. There's a lot of episodes missing. I think this is only like 22 episodes, but there's nowhere on here that only says, okay, here it is. But it says it on the back, and you don't see this when you're buying this if you're buying it used online. You don't see the back of the packaging. And there was nowhere in the description that this was only 22 episodes. So if you see this particular packaging of the popular 80s TV cartoon Cops, this particular packaging is not the complete series. However, there is a complete series out there, and it's actually pretty cheap. So I'm thinking about buying a complete series and just putting this in my Goodies Disc Exchange bin when I finally get down there. They're closed for the next 2 weeks. They're considered non-essential, so they're down for the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, it's only 2 weeks, and they can get back to it. Again, that's another small business that's being impacted. One of my favorite small businesses. So, Goodies Disc Exchange, I will, again, once the pandemic is over, I'll probably be trading this in and picking up the full series again. But this is Cops. If you see this particular package, it's a reasonable price. I think it's like $8, but you're only getting 22 episodes on this. Very misleading, very misleading. Shame on you, FYE. This is a My Hero Academia movie. Now, I didn't know much about My Hero Academia until I took my son and my nephew to go see the movie. We went to go see the movie a couple weeks ago. I never heard of My Hero Academia. It was actually a pretty decent movie. It's an animated show. It reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, but not quite. Very interesting Japanimation cartoon. But my son wanted this particular movie. I think this is like the first movie. The one that we went to go see was the second movie. A Most Violent Year. This was an interesting movie. I saw this a long time ago. I'm actually going to watch this again today so I can get a brush up on it. The Meg. This was actually better than I thought it was going to be. This was pretty good. Aaron Eckhart is in here. This was all right. This was definitely, you know, this was, Jason Statham was in here. This was all right. I can't really complain. It got a beating from the critics. I can see why it got the beating from the critics, but it wasn't bad. It was actually a pretty good popcorn movie. It was about a megalodon shark, which is supposed to be extinct. Actually, it was quite a few of them. I think it was like 2 or 3 of them. And this is Stephen King's Cat's Eye. I saw this years ago when I was young. I'm definitely going to have to watch this again. But I think it's like a one of those type of movies where it's broken off into like 3 or 4 different little sequences, different stories. So I'm going to have to check this one out again. This is Stephen King's Cat's Eye. This is Clash of the Titans. Now, I got the new version of Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans, and they can't hold a match to this. This is the original Clash of the Titans. This is a fantastic, epic work of art movie. I love this movie. I haven't seen this since I was a kid, but I'm definitely going to be watching this again because I thought the new Clash of the Titans was okay. And Wrath of the Titans, I thought both of them was okay. I'm not going to say they were bad. They wasn't. But they can't mess with this. And this is one I got because I heard some all right things about it. And I want to watch this with my kids. This is called Meet Earl and the Dying Girl. I guess the girl got some form of cancer, leukemia or something. And these are her friends. I don't know much about it. I heard some good things about it. I said this might be a good watch for me to watch with the kids. Sit down and just watch with the kids. Since they're home from school, I get off pretty early now. So it is what it is. So that's the FYE pickup. Now we're going to go over to Goodies Disc Exchange. And this particular pickup from Goodies is all DVD, no Blu-rays. Sometimes that's how it is in the mom and pop store. You know, you might, I go there so much, I pretty much get whatever I want, like when I'm there. And sometimes I go and they don't really have a lot of Blu-rays sometimes because I got a lot of Blu-rays from there. I love the store and they're down and I'm finding myself with nothing to do this weekend because I usually go there, but it is what it is. Safety over everything else. So I got picked up. Actually, you know what? I didn't get this. Just looking at the back of this, I realized I didn't get this from Goodies Disc Exchange. This was part of the FYE pickup because it's got the FYE sticker on the back. So this is part of the FYE pickup. This is Jaws 2. Now, I do believe everything else is Goodies Disc Exchange. Yes, okay. Contagion. I had to do it. I got, we watched Outbreak and we watched Contagion. My wife wanted to see this, so I picked it up. Now, Outbreak versus Contagion. I think Outbreak was the better movie. Definitely was the better movie. This was good, but Outbreak was definitely the better movie. You guys drop a line in the comment section which one was better. Considering what we're going through right now, these movies are kind of appropriate. But I thought Outbreak was better. This is Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury, a.k.a. Big Boss. It's called Big Boss in some markets. But this is Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury. Didn't see it. I'd seen a couple of Bruce Lee movies, but I didn't see this one. And here's one that I picked up from Goodies Disc Exchange. This is called The Alphabet Killer. I didn't see it, but it's, let's see, 10-year-old girl is found brutally murdered outside the small blue-collar city of Rochester, New York. And obsessed police detective Megan Page. Okay, so basically a little girl was found murdered, and it's probably just a regular movie where a detective won't stop at nothing to figure this one out. Okay, this is part of the I Love the 80s collection. This is Fatal Attraction. Okay. Let's take a look at this outside the slipcover. Okay, yeah. They did have a whole line of movies called I Love the 80s. And it was a lot of the really good movies from the 80s that was in this particular collection. Afro Samurai. This is all that right here. If you didn't see Afro Samurai, you got to check this one out. Samuel L. Jackson is in this one. He's the voice. He's not the voice of Afro. He's the voice of, like, his sidekick. That's a little misleading because Samuel L. Jackson is not the voice of Afro. He could be the voice of both, but I know for a fact that he's the voice of the sidekick. I don't think he... Yeah, Afro Samurai, voiced by Academy Award winning Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, I know he voices the other character in here too. And this is Inuyasha. Again, this is something that my son wanted to see. He's into the Japan animated movies and cartoons. I like them too, and he's put me onto quite a few. Now, here's one from my childhood that I really liked, and I wanted it in my collection. I'm surprised I didn't have it up until this point. This would have been a good Blu-ray to get, but I saw it on DVD, so I just grabbed it. And if I catch it on Blu-ray again later, I might upgrade. This is The Abyss, and this is a really nice one. This is a pretty decent edition. I like the slip cover, the gold slip cover. Very nice. Okay, this is part of the award series. Don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's got some extra features on it. But I do like the slip cover, this gold slip cover. It caught my eye right away, so I decided to go ahead and get it. Since I didn't have The Abyss in my collection, this was good to add. The Abyss was a good movie. Now, here's one that I saw, and I really wasn't interested in this to try to get it on Blu-ray. Some movies, they don't interest me enough to hunt for them on Blu-ray. If I find them on DVD, that's good enough. And this is one. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Now, this is the whole series. This is let's see, this is Pet Detective. This is the When Nature Call. And this is a bonus disc. This got the animated series on it, which I never saw or heard of up until now. Sorry if I seem like I'm got a little indigestion here. I do. I just ate lunch not too long ago. So, working through that. So this is Ace Ventura. This is the collection on DVD, which is totally fine for me. I am a huge Jim Carrey fan, but I was not an Ace Ventura fan. Jim Carrey comedies was great. Certain ones, like, I didn't care too much for Dumb and Dumber. I know a lot of people did. I didn't care too much for the Ace Ventura stuff. However, I simply loved The Mask. I liked The Truman Show. I liked The Majestic. When it comes to Jim Carrey movies, I'm like 50-50. I like half of it. And The Grinch, oh man, I love The Grinch. I love half. About 50%. Jim Carrey hits about a 50% score with me on his movies. Some of them was really, really good. Some was just, eh. And that's it. That's the pickups. We're going to recap everything. Jaws 2. Meet Earl and the Dying Girl. Clash of the Titans. Stephen King's Cat's Eye. The Meg. A Most Violent Year. My Hero Academia. Which one is this? This is Two Heroes. This is the Two Heroes. And Cops. 22 episodes. Very disappointed with this purchase. But for the price, it was okay. I watched all 22 episodes too. I had a good time watching. But a lot of, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cops ran about 60-something episodes. If I'm not mistaken. At least 40. I got to do some research, but I think Cops ran about a good 60 episodes. And there's only 22 there, so you can imagine what's missing. That was FYE. Let's go over the goodies. The Alphabet Killer. Fist of Fury. AKA in certain markets, Big Boss. Contagion. The Ace Ventura Collection. The Abyss. Inuyasha, the movie 2. Which that was really good, actually. Afro Samurai, all that, plus tax. Fatal Attraction, classic movie. Now we got that out the way. Now we got that all out the way. That's the pickup. That's the recap. Guys, it's a really bad situation that we're in right now. And I'm just going to call it the situation because ScrewTube, they going after people who talk about the situation. And I can understand why, because this is serious. We don't need people out here talking about it, trying to capitalize and make money and get views off of it, spilling misinformation just to get views. You got a lot of smaller YouTubers who are talking about the situation and they clearly don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're spreading a lot of misinformation. They're doing it just to get views, and that's unfortunate. So I understand why ScrewTube is doing it this time. So I just want to talk to you guys real quick. A lot of us are stuck in the house. I'm not stuck in the house. I can still go to work. My work is considered essential. I provide service to supermarkets. I deliver to supermarkets and stores. So even though I don't work in one of those, I actually make deliveries to those stores. So I am considered essential. So I'm still allowed to work. I don't know if that's a gift or a curse considering, but I just picked up some, actually my wife just picked me up some N95 respirator mask, gloves, and plenty of sanitizer to wear when I'm out there working. It's all I can do. Got to keep working. Got to keep paying the bills. Lord forbid if I get sick, hopefully I'm strong enough to fight it off. You know, that's all you can say. It's one of those things where if you do contract it, you just hope and pray that your body is in good enough shape to fight it off, because it's really aggressive. Italy just had 500 people die in one day from it. One day, 500 people. Now, again, Italy, that particular part of Italy was mostly elderly people. In Italy, they got a lot of smokers in Italy. Elderly smokers, that's not really a good combination. This is a severe, very, very hostile and aggressive respiratory situation. So smoking is not good. If you are a heavy smoker and you contract this, your odds of beating it is not good. If you get a severe case, a lot of people, from what I'm understanding, 80% of the people who get it, it's not even a severe case. But the people who do get it, where it get into your lungs and start beating your lungs down, that's pretty bad. So again, I'm going to leave that part alone because I don't want to talk about the situation in any kind of real detail because I'm not a doctor. But I do know I have been paying attention to the situation. I do know it's a dire situation, and I know some of you guys are at home and you probably got laid off, unfortunately. And I know a lot of us are going to be struggling. I know a lot of us are struggling now, but I know a lot of us are going to be struggling pretty bad in the near future. And all I can say is just try to keep your head up as best you can. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Prepare yourself. Make sure you got plenty of supplies, whatever, food, water, some medical supplies. If you take prescription drugs, see if you can make arrangements with your doctor to forward a prescription over to your nearest pharmacy without you having to go to the doctor's office. Because if you're in good shape and you just need a refill on your medication, some doctors will give you 3, 4, 5, 6 refills, and you got to go back to get a checkup before he'll write you another script for it. See if you can call into the doctor's office and say, hey, look, I don't want to come to the doctor's office right now because, let's face it, sick people in the doctor's office. So you might be able to make arrangements with your doctor to forward a script over to the pharmacy and get a couple bottles of your pills stocked up just in case it goes really, really bad. So just get yourself prepared now. You should have been prepared, but some of us don't really get the message or don't see this for the threat that it could be or that it is. A threat don't have to affect you directly for it to still be a threat, because even if you don't get the situation, you're going to be affected from the fallout from the situation. Meaning, the business closures, the people losing their jobs. If this goes on and people don't get if the right stimulus don't go out, you're going to see a lot of desperate, hungry people in the streets. And desperate, hungry people do desperate things to make sure they can feed their kids. They do desperate, desperate things. So just be safe. And don't be scared. Really, don't be. You do the best you can to protect you and your loved ones. But don't be scared. This is not the time for fear. You have to prepare. So this is D. I hope to see you guys again in another video. Just in a better overall place than we are right now. Where we are right now is pretty sad. I might do a few more videos. Of course, I won't be doing any more pickup videos. I'm not really too keen on ordering packages in the mail right now. I'll order essential items, but stuff like this, I really won't order that kind of stuff right now. Any extra funds will definitely get diverted to making sure that I got the right supplies. So I'll probably still be making some videos. Who knows? This is D. Just stay healthy and, prepare yourselves for the worst, because the worst is yet to come. I'll see you guys again. Thanks.